Hello, today I would like to talk about a really cool tool called Natsume, and for some reason I've never really seen anyone else talking about this tool. I think more people need to know about it because it's extremely helpful. Now this is something that is more suited for intermediate and advanced learners rather than beginners, so just keep that in mind. The website for this is at hinoki-project.org/Natsume/. Alright, and what this is basically, it's a tool that helps you to find Japanese collocations, basically just words that occur near each other frequently, as well as seeing how words are used in Japanese sentences, giving you some context and seeing correct usage of words. Now it pulls its data from a corpus called the Balanced Corpus of Contemporary Written Japanese, which is a very large corpus of 100 million words that comes from a lot of different sources like books, magazines, websites. And so how you use this website, Natsume here, is basically, let's say what's a common collocation, something like ofuro ni hairu. Let's just take the word ofuro, bath, and actually I'm going to need to take the O off because that's just an honorific, not actually part of the word. So we've got furo, and now here in this drop down, this is going to be the type of word pattern that it's going to be looking for. So the first word that it lists here is what you've typed in. So I typed in a noun, so I'm either going to need to choose this option or this option. And then in parentheses is the pattern that it's going to be looking for. So noun, particle, verb. So let's say if I'm looking for information on ofuro ni hairu, that's going to follow this pattern here. So I'm going to search. And also over here we've got this drop down by how it sorts. I don't really know what most of these things are, so I just always leave it on frequency there. Now what we can see here is, here we've got our noun, and then these columns here indicate the different particles. And then underneath each particle it has the verbs. And so what we can see here, now these pink bars, they indicate how frequently this particular instance occurs. So something like this, we can see it's got the largest bar there. So this is the most common usage. It would be ofuro ni hairu. That's the most common usage that it was able to pull from this large corpus. Now as you see here, you've got these other things that really don't have a lot of usage, so those are a lot more rare. So what we can see here, if we click on this, we get this information down here which shows us what it's found. So here we can see from books it found quite a bit of usage. I don't know exactly what this number is, it's just some sort of statistic. But if we click on that, we can see some of the example sentences where it found this pattern that we were looking for. So for example, in one book it found furo ni hairu no. So gonna take a bath. And we've just got different examples here. And so let's see here. This is Yahoo Chie Bukuro. I think that's something like Yahoo Answers or something. But here we see some other example sentences with different types of usage that follows that pattern here. And Yahoo Blogs also has some examples. And also Wikipedia has some. And for instance, over here it shows the source, so it's like Wikipedia Nihongo version, and then you've got the article name, like this one. Oh, the article on brothels. That might be an interesting sentence. I'm not going to read it. But now if you click here on this heading here, this will actually show you all the sentences from all the different sources that it found. So if you just want to see everything all together, you can click on that there. Now also, we've got these radio buttons here which can give us some additional information. If you click on this first one, it will show you some different particles using the same noun and verb. So we see here ofuro e hairu is also valid in some cases. It's been used in some books. And we can see here some example sentences where that pattern has occurred. Alright, and this one here is going to basically show us some different verbs that are sort of similar, but basically there's something different you can use, like ofuro ni tsukaru. I think that's like to soak in the tub or something. So here's like the Yahoo Answers example. Ofuro ni atama made tsukaru. Okay, and then this last one here, I really don't know what that is. I've never really seen any difference between these two on the end, so I'm not sure what this last one's going to be for. Now also here, of course you can click on any of these and see how the usage goes. So for instance, ofuro de arau. Here's some example sentences for that. Ofuro de karada o arau toki ni. And now, one of the really cool things up here, we can see similar words. These are not exactly synonyms per se, but just words that might be sort of related to the word you typed in. So for instance, we've got OU, which is hot water, or mizu, and things like that. So let me click on that here. And now what's happened is we see the pink is for furo and blue is for OU. And we can see both of those combined down here. So the pink bar is indicating how frequently ofuro is used with this particle and verb, and blue is indicating how often OU is used. So why don't we take a look at that here. We see there's a second column for the other word there. So let's try the Yahoo blog and see how that's used here. Ofuro ni OU ni haita. Yeah, only one example, so it doesn't give me a whole lot of context. I would really like to see some more usage in order to really understand that. I do see there's some examples from novels here. So we can just look at these different examples and sort of get an idea of, how these words are used. And then I can also add yet another one into there. Let's say mizu. So now that one is green. So we've got all three of these here. So I've got mizu de arao, and that's well, there's a lot of that here in magazine articles. Well, only 2 examples, but it gave it a high ranking for some reason. As I said, I don't exactly know what the number means, but I'm guessing higher numbers are better. Let's check out this one here. Yeah, that's got a few more example sentences. And so basically we can compare how these different words are going to be used in the same patterns here. We've got ofuro de arao, OU de arao, mizu de arao. We can just keep comparing different things, and you can compare how they work with the different particles and the different verbs that are available to use. And this gives you a lot of insight into how to correctly use these words in Japanese. Alright, and so I hope this I hope you'll find this website helpful. I know I definitely do. Again, here's the website URL, and I'll have the link to it down in the comments below.